So my dad's a colonel in the U.S. Army. We've moved every 2 to 3 years of my life, growing up between Africa and Europe. With my dad being in the military, I grew up mostly on the embassies. At first it was a kind of shocking cultural experience being there, seeing all the poverty in Ethiopia and Djibouti. But I came to love Africa after a while. I was going to a school there called St. John's College. They had a really good triathlon program. The coach there saw some talent in me and said, hey, why don't you join the triathlon team? And I started doing really well in the sport. And I was able to make the national team within the first year. So I competed for Zimbabwe down in southern Africa, racing in South Africa, the Mauritius Islands, and a couple other smaller countries in southern Africa. It was time to go to university, so my parents actually met at Liberty. My dad was in the ROTC program, and I wanted to continue the sport of triathlon, and Liberty actually was one of the few schools that had a triathlon program, being Christian University. We have about 20 athletes on the Liberty Triathlon team. We have a full-time coach. We train about 4 times a week as a team, and then the rest is on your own. A typical week is about 20 hours of training. I'll get in 30 miles of running, about 20,000 swimming. And about roughly 150 miles of biking each week. It's quite the balancing act between school and triathlon training to get it on, and almost year-round, and then about 1 month off of training where I just completely shut down from training, get that mental break, and then I start building up again towards the next season. The ultimate goal is to maybe race in the 2024 Olympics. Triathlon's a sport where you can be 32 years old and still be very competitive and be the #1 in the world. Being 22, I have another 10 years ahead of me to train and get better. So right now, I'm focusing on my swim. My swim's a little bit weaker than the other 2 sports, and I'll continue focusing on that for about the next 2 years. I just hope that when people see me hurting in the races and just all the training I put into it, that I'm not doing it for myself, but I am doing it for a bigger purpose. And I hope that they can see a difference in me when I'm talking to people at races, when I'm asking them how they're doing, how your race go, that they see something different inside me, and that they can question why are they doing this sport.